Hello. So in this video I want to show you how to harvest the seeds from loofahs. And as you can see, the ones behind me are still a little green, but that's okay. Let me show you how to do it. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of giant loofahs, and I mean, these things are, almost as big as my leg. Some of them are pretty huge. They're a lot easier to peel once they start turning a little brown. They don't have to be completely brown. These green ones are going to be kind of hard to peel, but if they have some give, like this one actually has some give to it, it's a little bit squishy, which means if you can get a finger underneath the skin, you can run your finger completely down it and then just peel it right off of the fibrous inner loofah. And so that's usually what you want to look for. You can actually speed this up though if you separate it from the mother plant and then just let it sit in the sun. You just have to be careful, because if you don't have it somewhere nice and warm or somewhere where it's going to dry out very well, it could rot and then it'll ruin the loofah. But yeah, I can see one actually right here. This one's pretty dry, so I can actually just literally tear that one right off. Comes right off. And it's early December in Arizona, zone 9B. And this is actually surprisingly light. You can actually hear it like a rattle. Whole bunch of free seeds. I was going to show you how to peel the skin, which is pretty easy. I actually bought a camera mount and I still haven't used it yet. But these are pretty easy to peel. You just need to get your finger underneath there. And if you look here, once you get under that skin, it literally just looks like loofah on the inside. There's no magic behind it. It just kind of peels off. And you want to get them before they get too dry. I had one where I let it get too dry, and it's like, I can't even get this off. Well, it's really, I guess that wasn't too terrible. But you kind of got your fingers under there. It's hard to explain the way this feels to get your fingernails under. It kind of creeps me out. So it's like fingernails on a chalkboard to me. So it's a lot better when it's not dry. Dry is very teeth gritting. I don't know how else to describe it. So, but as you can see here, they're super easy to peel. So your thumb under there. And then once you break through that, just peel it off. Just getting a loofah. All right, I'm going to pause this so I can use two hands. All right, and then just with a little bit of, not even that much force, a few pounds of force, you're able to easily peel this off. And it comes off pretty clean. And when I paused it, I broke it free, but I just wanted to show you how it lines up and what it looks like when you peel it off. And then as you can see in here, a bunch of seeds, but they're still a little wet. And so they don't come off very easily. They're still pretty attached. But for whatever reason, when you let these things dry out for a few days, the seeds just all easily pour out. No effort at all. So I wouldn't even bother trying to harvest the seeds while they're wet. Just set them somewhere that gets some sunlight and let them dry out. And within a few days, you should just be able to just pour them out. And depending on how many you have, as you can see here, lots of seeds. When I say free, I mean disconnected from the inside. These are some that I already peeled. And it's actually pretty interesting how easily they come out once you shake them free. Like if you look in here, there's a lot of hollow space, but there's a whole bunch of black seeds. I think you can see them in there. And these are some that I've already harvested. But this is what it looks like. And so what I'm going to do here in a minute is I'm going to tap this on all sides just to free the seeds. I'm going to put the phone down for a second. I'm going to tap it on all sides. And then once those seeds are free, I can turn this over and a whole bunch of seeds are going to pour out. It's actually kind of cool. So give me a sec to pause while I do this. Okay. And so I just banged it against the edge really carefully. You have to hold if you have open ends, just be aware that the seeds are going to pour out. I dropped a bunch on the ground. There's probably, 20 or 30 seeds that fell on the ground. And that's okay. As you can see, I already have, I don't even know, probably 1,000. And I think each one of these has somewhere between 150 to 300 seeds, depending on how big they are. And you can tell I freed a bunch of them just by tapping it on all edges. And then you literally just turn it over like this. and they will just start pouring out like you just won the seed lottery or something. So I actually grew I think I got about 60 loofahs off of one single seed, one single vine. It's just still going. And you can probably just pound on it and more will come out. And I can still hear a bunch in there. It might come out the other end. Maybe not. Tons of seeds. So lots of material. I probably only need like 10 of these seeds. So I'll probably just give a whole bunch away to people I know, friends, things like that, whoever wants to grow loofahs. So if you know anyone that lives near me in Arizona that wants to come grab some seeds, I probably won't mail them, so, don't ask. But if you want to show up and have me hand you some, I'd be happy to give you some. All right, and they're pretty easy to harvest.